A meniscus tear can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months to heal, depending on the severity and treatment of the approach. Minor tears treated conservatively may heal within a few weeks with rest and ice. Physical therapy and more severe tears, especially those requiring surgery, may take 3 to 6 months. So now that's what you're waiting for, the severity of it. Okay? So that's where I don't think that's season ending. Yeah, but wait, Hollywood. You've got to wait and see what the ramifications are if it's long-term or short-term. If I were you, I would wait until that's determined. If it's long-term, it is 6 months. If it's short-term, it's about a month. Seals long-term versus short-term. Short-term experienced player prior to get us through a game or 3. Long-term, the best skill set player, regardless of the position, to handle the long haul. Okay? I don't believe it's season. I'm not going to play that. I'll ask Dr. Chow at 5:30. Okay? I'll read it again to you guys. A meniscus tear can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months, depending on the severity of the treatment approach. Minor tears treated conservatively may heal within a few weeks with rest and ice. Physical therapy and more severe tears could take up to 3 to 6 months, with even longer recovery. Minor tears often respond well to ice, evaluation, elevation, meniscus, removal of the damaged meniscus, typically leading to a faster recovery to 4 to 6 weeks to return to full activity. Meniscus repair involves suturing the torn meniscus, requiring a longer recovery. That is 3 to 6 months. You have to wait and see. Okay? That's right. There's no clarity on it yet. So you're going to have to wait and still see what the severity is. So there's no clarity. It's a meniscus tear. Or not. Right. Seal's thankful it's an MCL and not an ACL. Well, hopefully it's the minor. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Depends on the tear and the severity of it. Landon is still looking at more options, so we should get another update in a few days, maybe a few hours. Take my knee, Landon. Khalid, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. No, it's not ideal. However, severity will be the key here. Dude, you can have a slightly torn meniscus and still play. It's going to be painful, but what you don't want to do is, that's a type of injury where it could become severe. Dude, ACL is the worst. You do not want ACL. He's going to be out a while. These clowns don't understand a man of his size is going to be way out of shape mid-season if he's lucky. Yeah, because you can't get on a bike. Okay? That's right. It's very vague. Okay? This is very vague. I'll read Adam Schefter again. Eagles Pro Bowl guard. Someone released this. Just so you know, someone released it. Eagles Pro Bowl Landon Dickerson is thought to have suffered a meniscus injury to his right knee. Okay, so it's the knee. Dickerson is getting additional opinions to determine the next course of action and how long it might be sidelined. That's as vague as you can get. And that is released that way. That is you release it that way because you want to be able to not be committed to if it is a longer extended period of time, because you don't know how rehab comes and goes. especially with a guy of that size. Will he have shots every day this season now for pain? Again, guys, this is all going to come down to the severity. Okay? MCL is worse than meniscus. MCL, ACL, MCL, meniscus. What's the other one? Patella injury. Trying to think of another one. What you don't want is muscles torn, like Achilles, and like I told you, I'd rather have my shin broken. So the MCL is a ligament on the inner side of the knee, providing stability. I'll show it to you here. Okay. You see, this is how your knee is. This is your knee. Right here, the circle here. And the MCL goes across it. Right there. And the ACL goes in front of it. It keeps your knee intact. Okay? It's like a cross. And there are tendons that go in front of your knee and on the side. I've had 4 surgeries on them. There you go. Did I write that right? Yes. See? And that's right. Right here. The medial collateral, and there's the meniscus. You see that under there? That stabilizes the knee. So that when you do this, watch. Here's what the meniscus is. Your knee goes like this, and the stuff on top of the knee is your meniscus. And it just depends on how torn that is. Okay? So your knee goes like this. Look, here's your knee. For you to get your leg, okay? That's exactly how it works. You see, what you don't want to hurt is this. Right here, the LCL, the ACL, the patella, that in the middle there, that's a devastating. The meniscus is probably, see, those are the plates underneath the knee that give you the cushion. He'll be in a ton of pain, depending on what the severity of the injury is. Now, again, to what Xander's doing here and showing you this is great. Now you have a visual on it. That MCL there, that is MCL, ACL, you don't want that. That's season ending. The meniscus, I don't believe that is. Now, I'm going to wait till Dr. Chow comes on, and we'll bring that same diagram up when he comes on the program. Yeah, Wentz toward his ACL, PCL. That devastating injury. It's completely. Okay? Depending on the zone of the meniscus tear, Landon Dickerson could potentially have 2 options. Cleanup that could have him back in 4 weeks, 2 weeks meniscus repair, season ending. Again, like I said, you have to wait until it's released before you know what the severity is. Not going to play a doctor here until we hear. My problem would be the first 4 weeks of the season, man, you got some big-time ball games in that first 4. One thing no one is talking about, what was the knee surgery Landon had earlier in the offseason? Was that meniscus as well? I don't remember that, but you're right, because I do remember him having some type of was it a cleanup that he had earlier in the year? If Dickerson was a professional jump roper, it might have impact. I don't know what you're talking about, guy. I'm talking about a football injury, not jumping rope. Speaking as a nurse, If that meniscus is damaged to the point where it's bone on bone, he'll be in pretty bad pain, and I doubt he plays. I know guys who don't have that in play. I know guys who don't have that. I know guys who have played and don't have their meniscus any longer. Okay? I do. You got meniscus also in your elbows. I guarantee you that thing must have swollen like a grapefruit. And then you know what they do? They go in. My wife has seen it. They take a needle and they take this pus out. And dude, it is not a good procedure. Now, it's a pain in the ass. I used to get them done on my elbows. I used to break my meniscuses on my elbows. It swells. And they take a needle and they actually drain it. Jeff Stoutland is made for these moments. Okay? Well, he'll be called upon. Landon's knee's been bad, no secret. Continual injuries, too, does play a factor here. Repetitive knee injuries, I mean, you disintegrate the knee and the meniscus and the wear on the bone like that. Seals, knowing Dickerson, he is likely putting a brace on it and playing, which is why but what you don't want to do is, if that thing becomes a bigger tear and you start tearing your knee up, what's the point? I need that guy for the next 7 years, not the 2025 season. Ask yourself, would you rather have him for the next 7 years? Or do you want to really play him and risk that guy having catastrophic knee injuries and then getting him less over the next 3 years? Me, I want that guy for the next 7 years. I'm not looking at that guy just to go out there, blow the fucking thing up in 2025, and all of a sudden it shortened his career because they rushed him back. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not looking for that. And I think the Eagles do a really nice job of protecting their players. Bring back Dickerson at the end of the year if he's good. My question again is those first 4 games. Those first 4 games are going to be, you're going to need him. You're going to need him to run the ball. Sills, ask Dr. Chow, one treatment for a meniscus is to shave those edges of the tear rather than suture the tear together. I believe shaving those pieces is quicker recovery. Hey, Bob, I had this surgery done to me. I was playing against the Cardinals. My knee was clicking. Okay? My knee was clicking. Xander, bring that thing up again. I'll show you what happened to me. Bring that diagram up if you could. That red part on the bottom, not the top stuff, on the sides. I hurt that meniscus. Okay? And I'll show you what I had this injury. Wait, a type of it. I had a surgery on Tuesday. They shaved it down. I played that Sunday. Okay? Thanks, Xander. So if it is minor, he could play the opener. If it's severe and there's a crack going down it, that's what they explained to me. Actually, I went in, I watched it. I was the Bucks took me in on a Tuesday, and a doctor, what was his name? Dr. Diaco. Dr. Diaco did my left knee, and then Lennox Hill. Dr. Andrews did my right knee. Yeah, the famous Dr. Andrews did my other knee. I went up to Lennox Hill in New York and had my other knee done at Lennox Hill, and I had my other knee done in Tampa with Dr. Diaco. And they were meniscus. So I've had this injury. Mine was not severe. I could play. There was a clicking. Click, 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 click. They went in and shaved it, and they shaved it down. I played with a knee brace that Sunday. I heard them both in the NFL. Landon and Becton both gone, changed the bully dynamic. We're still going to play physical brand of football, but it's going to be more of a battle. That right there is probably the smartest take so far. That's right. I got bone spurs in my knees and in my feet like you wouldn't believe. They stick out of my feet from all the bone spurs I've had and out of the sides of my knee. I got bone spurs everywhere. And it's just from the calcium being built up. They break off. The calcium deposits will break off because your body's trying to heal. And you'll see them along the sides of your knees, your ankles, down under your feet, on the sides of your feet. I got them everywhere. I must have 10 of them on my feet. I got horrible feet. And it hurts my back. It's one of the reasons why I can't lose weight. Is because when I start walking, and plus it's giving me arthritis. When I start walking, those bone spurs move around, catastrophic knee injuries or catastrophic pain. It's very painful. One thing I've noticed over the years, Stoutland has great success with managing replacement for interior offensive linemen. When it's left tackle and right tackle, we struggle. I think the majority of the success of the football team was up the middle, not off tackle. Maybe off tackle. He ran a lot behind Landon Dickerson, though. Okay? I have orthopedics in my shoes. I mean, I can't wear shoes any longer. I mean, like hard shoes? No way. Let's just say this. My days of wearing high heels are over. Okay? That's not happening. Sorry to hear that. Hey, Jack, yeah, well, I do it again. It's all part of it. It's all good. Correct, Sills. At clicking now, we're on the same page. Dickerson will not miss a snap. It's not a paper cut. That's not true. I'm not on the same page with you. That is not a paper cut for a guy who's had sustained knee injuries for the last 4 years. That's not a paper cut, dude. Says, am I a cupcake? No, I like eating cupcakes. I think he's getting more opinions and asking more options due to the history of his knee issue. That's exactly right, Dro. That's exactly correct. Okay? I think all of us are on the same page here. Okay? Probably tomorrow. Could be later in the day. Could be later today. Definitely on the size comment. Funny thing is that the arthritis in the knee doesn't make the knee hurt. It makes my hamstring hurt. If I walk for a while because the support, absolutely, Slagger, your back starts hurting too. And then you start getting your sciatic nerve starts pounding, doesn't it? Slagger, you probably have sciatic nerve issues too. Right? I have sciatic nerve issues in both my legs. It's just because I've broken both my feet. I've broken my feet and I've blew my calf out. So, I mean, yes. And so it makes it difficult. You know, it just what it is. Let's go back on to him. Sills, do you think would have to step up for Landon? Kenyon Green is not having I don't believe that guy's good at all. Okay, I do not. I think it's going to be Matt Pryor or Trevor Keegan or one of the young guys. Ugh. Ugh. I had nothing else to say. I bring tear to your eyes. Says, remember Dickerson in the championship game? Absolutely. Okay? Green is green. Landon is an all-pro playing out of position, which is insane, but yes. I tell you, man, I've had a lot of pain in my life. the sciatic nerve pain because of my feet. I mean, listen, guys, just to show you what Landon's facing when he gets older. If I had to go and get surgeries right now, I'd have to have my feet surgery. I'd have to have my calf fixed. I'd have to go and get cut on my left knee. I'd have to have my lower back checked. I'd have to have a repair on both my triceps. Adoree Jackson and Ringo are ass. Who was training to play center? I think Kendall. Marshall, I think Kendall's the guy. Is playing center. I think that's your backup. I hope the front office learned a valuable lesson this offseason about letting too many guys. You know what? Let's get to that topic. By the way, guys, Xander will join us at 3:30. I'm not sure we're going to get Gary Cobb. I hope we do. Cobb's at a golf tournament, but Dr. Chow will be with us. That'll be at 5:30. Let's get to that topic. Guys, too many offseason moves? Too many offseason moves, do you think? You're trying to find the replacements for. I'm going to make a prediction here on Landon. I don't think it's season ending. If it's season ending, man, that's terrible. But I don't believe it is. I think it's going to be about 5 weeks. 4 weeks. Okay? So in those first 4 games, 5 games, you've got, let's see, help me out here and correct me if I'm wrong. Cowboys, Chiefs, Rams, Bucks, and then you got the Broncos. Is that right? Broncos are the 5th game? Broncos are going to be a rough game. I think the Broncos have a great chance of being a number 1 overall, right? 5 weeks from now, no. I think there's a chance he could miss 5 ball games. Should have kept Becton. Should have kept Becton. See, that's a great topic, Forrest. Of all the guys that they let loose, who should they have kept? Give me 3 guys like Forrest here. They let go Milton, Josh, CJ, Oren, Rodgers, Slay, Becton, guys injured, and Dean, and potentially here, Landon. Xander, I missed, I think, Big Marshall super chat there. He dropped one in on us here. If we could put him up there. To be fair, they drafted young guys at those positions, guard and corner, that should be ready to go in Ringo and Keegan. So that means you're talking about playing rookies in veteran positions with no experience and never starting. Something that we talked about. Yes, we got this. It's all going to be on the Severity